Hello, friends. Welcome in. How are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic, fantastic day. Let me just double check everything is working, and then we will begin. In the meantime, how are you? What have you been up to? Let's see. There's so much I forgot to do. All right. Un moment. Why hasn't... Hold on. Also. Wait for it. Wait for it. If I do this now... Why isn't that updating? Oh. Ah. That's why. There we go. Okay. Now let me fix everything else. Where is... Okay, we've got that. Need to refresh this. We are 8 days from Australia. And okay. Okay, now I think we're good to go. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and we'll move over here. Also, I didn't just realize that I had not lowered the music. But welcome in. How are you all today, Yemet Emmers? Thank you so much for the check-ins, Yemet. Appreciate it. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're going to be playing more Dinkum. I almost said Ghost of Yote because I really want to play Ghost of Yote, but that's not what we're playing. I wish we were. I probably won't pick it up until after the trip. Bear, welcome in. How are you? How goes it? Hope you're having a good old day. Ready for the weekend? It's surprising to me that it's Thursday. I was like, it's Thursday already? Goodness, time is flying. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Bear, what have you been up to? Yemen, how was your day? Two things. I may mention it again just because just later. Twitch announced two different things today. For one, you'll see that next to my badge or next to my name is a little Duolingo badge. If you, and I think it's adorable. I actually don't really like Duolingo, even as like a company, but, I do find that adorable. If you, from today till October 12th or 14th or something, maybe it's the 14th because it's 12 days. If you gift a sub or subscribe newly to a channel, like it's your first time sub, they will send you like 3 months of Duolingo Pro for free, and you get the badge. So I gifted a sub in Yvy's channel while he was offline so I could get the badge. So that's a thing. And I just think the little guy's adorable. I kind of want them to do more of that. More like little characters as badges. Wait. Oh, I see. I witnessed something in Silent Hill that disturbed me. That's very funny that it autocorrected to like eyewitness. What happened? I mean, well, actually, I don't know if you could tell us because that might be spoilies. Probably. I think my autocorrect just hates me. It's very funny that it chose that as its main thing, or how it wanted to phrase that sentence. Did it scare you, Bear? Sluggy, welcome in, Sluggy. How are you? I love that emote. It's so adorable. So yeah, there's the new Duolingo badge, which again you can see next to my name. Sassy, welcome in. You're like, yeah, we just started not too long ago. I'm starting late today. It made me look away, which I normally don't do. Oh dang, Bear, I don't think I'd be able to handle Silent Hill then. Sassy, how are you? So again, you can earn a Duolingo badge by gifting a sub today through October 14th. But also, Twitch is trying something new. The 95 stream streak. Also, again, and for those that weren't here yesterday or didn't see the announcement in the Discord, they have implemented stream streak recovery. There's a whole help file about that. But that wasn't the thing I was going to tell you. The third thing then now is Twitch's beta-ing a thing, which is you can earn a Clippers badge. Not the sports team, but the like if you clip something and you post it to your social media, you have to have your social media accounts linked to Twitch. So like Instagram, TikTok, I think YouTube counts as well. If you link those, clip something, and then post that clip to your social media, you can earn special badges per channel. So like here, for example, let's say you clip something and you post it to your Instagram and it gets 100 views or something. Well, you'll get like a it's like a 3-tiered badge. So you get the first one. You actually just might get the first one just for clipping and posting anything. I'm actually not sure. I did get it. It looks like a purple what are those called? Markers? The little, you know, what is that called? With the movie thing. It's the clip icon. But you know what I mean. Anyway, but then and you would get that badge here. And then let's say you keep posting clips from here and you get to a clapper. I guess maybe. Actually, I don't know where the movie thing, movie set thing, go clap. Marker. A clapper board. Or a marker clapper. I only knew it as a marker because I know sometimes they say marker and then they and then they do it. Anyway. So it's a 3-tiered badge. So I think the first badge, and actually I can even show you what the first one looks like because I have it. Because I was like, let me see how this works. It looks like the first one looks like this. It's next to my name now. The social media badge. And again, these are unique per channel. So you would get that here. If you get then a cumulative 10,000 views over clips that you have posted, then let's say for my channel, you then get a silver one, and then there's a gold one with a crown on it. And I don't know how much that one is, but I would imagine it has to be like 100,000 or something. Or maybe it's 50,000. I don't know. But those are per channel, and you have to post those on your social media. So that's the thing. They're testing it out. But it's supposed to be kind of like what did they say? It's like it's a way to show off that you've like gotten the creator views off stream or whatever, that kind of thing. And so I was like, that's kind of neat. I like badges, so I'll definitely try. One, I'm like, oh, I should post more of my own content. But I've actually been sitting on a bunch of Wivey clips that I need to post, so I need to do that from his birthday stream when we played Power Wash together. So I'm gonna do that. But also, sorry, let me catch up. Sassy again, thank you for the 95 stream streak. I'm doing all right. I think my tendonitis is wanting to flare up again. Currently, both ankles are angry and my elbow. What? So moving around has been fun? Sassy, why all the things all at once? Am I excited about Critical Role Campaign 4? I am not really. I will watch Campaign 4, or at least like the start of it. I am somewhere above indifferent. Like, Lego, welcome in. I am like, I just hated Campaign 3 so much. I just did, like, by the time I fell off of it, I was like, this is just so grating. And that's why I stopped watching it eventually, because I was like, I'm not enjoying this anymore. Like, I held out hope for like 70 something episodes that it was going to take a turn for the better, and it never did. And so I was like, okay, I guess I'm just going to stop watching. So now I'm kind of like, I'll watch it. Like, I'll watch Campaign 4. I'm interested. I hope it's different enough. I think the setup being different and having a different DM and having multiple tables and all of that, I think that might help give Campaign 4 direction, which I feel like Campaign 3 did not have a lot of direction. Also, I know this is probably hot takes for people who are Critical Role fans, but I just thought Campaign 3 had, like, it just felt so directionless by episode 70 that I was like, I can't. So I think the fact that it's Brennan DMing, again, little tables, I think that means the fact that they're dividing it like that, I feel like means he has already like sort of a general plan and like forward momentum, and it gives me hope that that's what it's going to be like. So I am wary but optimistic. But I don't think I'm not gonna watch it tonight, or I actually probably won't watch it. Maybe I'll download it before I go on my trip and watch it on the plane. That could be a thing, because I mean, I'll need something to do. The only thing, change of weather. Has that happened for you before, Sassy? Where like rain or like temperature change, like, because it would make sense that it would do that. I hope Digimon is going well. Lego, I've seen that it's out. I've heard good things. But that's a good idea, Yemen. I might download the episodes, because then there will be one next week. And that'll be like, what, 6 hours of content of my 14-hour, at least 6. If let's say there's 3 hours each, you know, it'll be 6 hours of my 14.5-hour journey or something. That's the last leg of my trip. Total, I'm like basically traveling for a day, I think. The Australia trip, so close. It is. We are 8 days till our last stream. I then have a couple of days to myself to kind of make sure everything is packed. Going to clean my house. Get ready. You know. I to myself, I've been like, maybe there's a chance if I'm like, okay, I've actually done everything. Maybe I'll do like a small stream or something, but like I think it's gonna be pretty much just like, all right, let's just get everything together, get everything set up. Do I need to run any more errands? Is there anything possibly that I'm missing? All of that stuff. But yeah, it's very close. So next Friday, the 10th, which is 8 days from now, we'll have like a farewell stream. And currently, the way it's going to work is it'll probably just be like a normal stream. Nothing too special. It's just kind of me being like, you know, bye, I guess. Unless we hit not this goal, but the next goal. This current stretch goal is a Bob Ross paint-along stream where we'll do like, I'll download an episode of the, you know, Bob Ross painting show, and we'll follow along and paint together if you guys would like. I'll still paint, but we can paint along. But the next goal after that is making the farewell stream a 12-hour stream. So that would be, that's the, you know, that's the if it's going to be a special stream, it'll be because of that. Otherwise, it'll just be kind of like a normal, I don't even know what we'll do. I haven't asked anybody to be on the stream. I don't know if I will. So, not that I've tracked, but I think I'm more aware of it now since the last really bad flare-up. Keep an eye on that. That's interesting. What, is it getting colder over there now? At least you're not stressed out. At least you're not stressed out, right? I currently am feeling blissfully ignorant. Because I'm not thinking about it. Because it doesn't feel real that it's 2 weeks away. Like, I think by this time in 2 weeks I'll be in Australia. Weird. But I'm just not thinking about it. I'm just not thinking about it. Otherwise, then I do get a little anxious. Hopefully it's more of a see you later stream and not a farewell stream. Farewell seems more final. I think it's farewell just in case, you know, something happens. You know? Wow, yeah, I think the high for today was 65, but it was 47. Wow, that temperature has dropped for you. Wasn't it like 90 something like not long ago, just like last week sometime? Maybe even earlier this week or this weekend or something. But yeah, so there's still a few things. I'm putting together like an Amazon, one last Amazon purchase, to try to like get the last things in, and then I should be good, I think. I still every day I teeter on the fence of, do I get a neck pillow or no? Or do I get some kind of pillow thing? Remember to always check your shoes for like bugs and stuff. I have heard that. I will probably forget to, but I will. I definitely will. It scares me. It was almost 90 just last week, and we were in the mid 80s rest of this week. That's so wild. It is currently 50 with the low 43. It's been raining though, like every day. Tomorrow it looks like there's no rain, but earlier today it was raining. But probably the last 7 days have just it's been rain, which I'm fine with. Bugs, snakes, whatever. You will learn the hard way if you don't. That's true. I'm sure I will. I hope not, though. The Aussies keep reassuring me that that's blown out of proportion. That it's like not accurate. I've dropped a Lego piece. That it's like not quite like it's a thing that people say, but sort of like, you know how Australians mention drop bears a lot? And it's like, that's not a real thing. I've heard it's kind of like that in a way, where it's like Australians like the fact that they get this, John's a welcome in, this, dangerous sort of reputation. But it's not like, if you're like in a city, it doesn't really like, it's not really as big of a deal. But Johnzo, welcome in. Me when I wake up in the morning. Wait, what's he when you wake up in the morning? Johnzo, welcome in. How are you? What have you been up to? Oh, drop bear. That's funny. Try to survive. You'll come back stronger than ever before. I was saying this yesterday. I think I'm going to come back more depressed than ever before. I think just because I do think legitimately I will be very sad when it is over. I think even just the idea of like, I may never see these people ever again. And you know, all of that. I think it'll be, you know, I will be very sad. I am specifically leaving Slime Rancher 2 for me to play when I come back, because it's a very like pleasant, happy game, and I am going to need that. I think I'm going to need that when I come back. Take all the videos and pictures. Don't regret not having enough later. That's the best. Oh, 100%. I'm already, like, I've always been that guy. In high school, before digital cameras were like super common, I always carried around a film camera with me. So I'm very like, I've always been a picture taker and whatever. So I will definitely, Eha, welcome in. Are you excited for, I'm very excited, very nervous. Also a bit anxious, but very, very excited about seeing people and hanging out, and you know, it should be great. But how are you? Welcome in. We know you from Raf's chat more. But how have you been? It's so hot. It's summer ready. I have so on my desktop I have weather widgets, and one of them I have is for Brisbane, and I've already seen it hit some really high temperatures, and I'm like, oof. Trying to convince myself not to buy Ghost of Yote, and I'm currently failing. Do it. I really want to play it, Johnzo. So do it. Do it. Play it for me. But I won't buy it until after my trip. So, Johnzo, please play it. Please play it. That way you can be here when I do play it, you know? There we go. When I travel, I already take so many, and yet it all feels still so little for how intense trips feel. That is the thing. I have warned YV that I was like, YV, just so you know, I'm going to be taking a lot of pictures. And I was like, there are going to be times where I'm going to be like, YV, stand there. For those who don't know, I used to do portrait photography. So I'm going to be like, there are times where I'm going to be like, YV, go stand over there. There's a good picture opportunity here. Go stand there. I'm going to take a picture of you. Go do this. He was like, okay. So, but I'm going to have to get pictures of us as well. I'm going to get, I already have a tripod that I'm taking that's pretty compact. So I can like just attach it to my backpack. I also bought a small tripod. That I can like, if I need a low angle shot or if I need to, you know, it's on weird terrain or something, I can kind of like angle it or whatever. But so I got one of those. Yeah. So yeah, and I will say I've always been more of a portrait photographer. Like I really enjoy taking pictures of people. I would say like landscapes and like cityscapes aren't necessarily like my strong suit. I used to do portraits and weddings and engagement photos and like that kind of stuff. 'Cause to me, I really enjoy taking pictures of people to try to like capture who they are and like get their personality out in the photo and like that kind of stuff. Like that's always like, I used to take pictures of in college. I would just tell my friends, hey, on Saturday, dress up nice and we're going to go to these different places and we're just going to go take pictures. I have some that I could show you guys. There's so many lovely places here. I'm excited for you. I'm very excited. I'm anxious to meet people. I think I'll be very like nervous. I think I'm going to be very nervous meeting everyone. But I'm very excited. The first week that I'm there, well, I spend a few days in Brisbane and then YV and I are going down to New South Wales for like a week, and then we come back up, and then I'll be in Brisbane the rest of the time and hanging out and stuff. So it'll be good. You used to do photography. That explains why you always catch your good side. It's why I have lighting. it's why I have lighting. I definitely don't think there is no good side. There is no good side here. So I kind of just we just hope for the best. That's really it. That's why I like taking pictures of other people. Also, Gigi, thank you for the lurk. I was here the whole time, but I ate dinner. Oh, very good. Well, I hope dinner and dessert is nom nom nom. I met a gamer friend from Japan, and I was pooping myself, but I'm so glad I did it. Oh, how did you guys meet initially? No, I appreciate the lies. I appreciate your lies, though. Very kind of you to lie. Let me show you guys some of the photos that I took a long time ago. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. Let's get a couple of random ones. Do. Reddit! Oh, that's amazing. We played Fortnite for about a year together, and then he came here for a 2-week stay. That is amazing. That sounds so fun. That sounds so very fun. This will be my first time ever meeting anyone from like Twitch or the internet actually. So it'll be very like I don't know, it'll be very weird. Again, I'm you know, I'm very like, I don't know, I'm very nervous, a bit scared. I think I definitely don't feel cool enough to be hanging around the Aussies, so we'll kind of see how that goes. What's so funny, I'm looking at some of these and I'm like, ugh, they look so amateurish. But of course I was like an amateur basically, but I'm still like, ugh, look at how poor the composition is. It could have been better. It could have been better. I'll show you guys some photos though. But some of these I think some of these were, this was still my film camera. So wild. The size of these photographs are like so tiny. So very tiny. Madrigal, welcome in. Also, apologies if it's stuttering a little bit. It's because I'm like going through all these photos and the computer is having to like put all of this together. There we go. I think I've shown this one before. It's actually, so this film roll was destroyed by Target. I remember, I'm still salty about it. This is actually, I loved this photo, but you can see the lines, and also you see how like that white bar at the top, that was actually, Target destroyed my film. And so, anyway, but that was a friend of mine. This is another one that I took. I was just like, we're going somewhere. We're going somewhere. This is another friend of mine. I just liked, it was legitimately like, these were all very random. It was like, wear something nice. We're going to some random park or place, and I will be taking photos of you all. I loved it. Gosh, these are taking forever to load. I mean, essentially, I'm trying to find this one photo and I can't find it. I had a bunch of like random group photos. I don't know where it is. Anyway, this probably isn't very exciting. What was I going to say? But anyway, yeah, I will be taking a lot of photos. I will probably be just like pointing and directing people and just being like, stand there, go do this thing, go lean on this wall, go do whatever. And yeah, I'll be capturing a lot. I have to remember to get photos of myself. That is the one thing. Again, because I like tend to take, like, I was a portrait photographer. I was more like, I'm better at taking pictures of other people, as well as like my mind is set to like, you know, getting that person in the right spot, getting the right angle, the lighting, like getting everything right. So that's not something that I can really do if I'm taking a picture of myself. So, but I have to remind myself that I need to get pictures where I'm in it as well. That'll be the one thing. But Magical, welcome in. How are you? He was my first ever meeting someone. You'll be gosh, hold on. Let me learn how to read real fast. He was my first ever meeting someone from online, but it was such a good time. You'll be fine with Wivey. He's lovely. I figure he is. And he's been just like, I've said to him, I was like, isn't it gonna be weird, like meeting me? Like, don't you think that's gonna be weird? He's like, Jet, I've met you. Like, we hang out, we chat, we talk every day. Like, I've met you. And I'm like, no, but it's different. And so, but that's him, I think, also just being too cool about it. So, pose for me. Honestly, that's like, I'm also like, when I take photos of people, like, I'll get on the ground, like, I'll lay on the ground, I'll like put myself in precarious spots. I'm very like, usually after like those photo shoots and whatever, I'm exhausted. Like, I am so tired because I am just like I turn more, so I am extroverted, but I'm a very introverted extrovert. But I turn extroverted when I take photos of people because I feel like I have to provide the energy for the person so that they are also feeling in it. You know, they say don't meet your heroes. No, I feel like Wivey's gonna be great. I think it's me that's gonna be the problem. How did all you guys meet? So I met Wivey randomly last year on his birthday stream. I often look for the Aussie tag on Twitch, because I am a night owl. And I will do work at night and just need something on. And so I always search for Australian streamers. So I look at the Aussie tag, and I one day was scrolling through the tag and saw somebody say that it was their birthday. And I was like, cool, I'm just going to say hello and like drop some bits or something and then leave. And I click in there, I watch for a bit, I did that, I like dropped birthday bits, and then I stayed for a little bit longer, and I was like, wait a minute, this guy is just so cool. This guy's awesome, and then I legitimately never left. I have not missed a stream since then. And then I met Raph through him, obviously, but yeah, so we've played a few games off stream. I've been on his stream a few times. I was on his birthday stream a few months ago. And to me that was very special because I was like, you know, it obviously we're celebrating his birthday, but it was also like, in a way, like, oh, we get to kind of celebrate when we first met, and I think that's very cool. But yeah, we like chat every day, and so I'm very excited. I'm still very nervous because I think, to me, I'm like, there's a difference, like, if I'm ever being annoying or whatever, if I'm online, you can just log off, you can just not answer, you can just like, there's built-in space there. But when I'm there, I'm just annoying. You can run away. He can leave me in the middle of Brisbane. It is possible. But anyway, I'm just like, I don't know. There's just no way I am going to be cool enough for the trip, but for hanging out with him. But anyway, it'll be all right. I'm sure it's going to be okay. I'm telling myself, trying to reassure me. You can both just sit behind a computer while you talk. If it makes you feel better, I'll just like, we'll Discord call each other from within the same room, just so it feels normal. But yeah, so I've always had I've been friends with a lot of Aussies through Twitch though for a long time. There's a few more that we'll be seeing on our trip to New South Wales, and there may be a couple that live in Brisbane that I may be able to go see as well. But bring a broken laptop just to put it between your faces so it's less awkward. Perfect. I like this. I'm sure this won't make him think I'm more weird. I'm sure that'll be the case. But I'm very excited, especially about our little road trip going. I think that will be like a very like, I don't know. I think that'll just be a very like cool, sweet time of like, I don't know, just getting to hang out and feel like normal friends, if that makes sense. So I'm just very excited, very, very excited for all of it. But yeah, and of course I'm also excited to like see Australia and stuff. But for me, it'll be like, what will make it will be the time spent with people, because that's going to be like, you know, I could travel anywhere and, you know, probably have a good time and see nice things and whatever. Early on, I don't think I've ever said this, early on when I was talking about the trip and planning the trip, YV would always be like, you should go see the rest of Australia. Like, you should go to like different states and like do whatever. I was like, no. Like, I was like, I mean, I'm sure it's fine at different places, but I was like, that to me, that's not going to be fun. Like, to me, it's going to be like, you know, hanging out, seeing people. Like, that's the reason that this trip is going to be so special. So, only reason I travel is for friends. It's valid. Yeah. And I think, I mean, like, I get wanting me to like go see other things and whatever, but you know, I asked him the other, because he took a week off for that first week that I'm there so that we can go on our road trip. But the rest of the time he's working like on the weekdays. But I talked to him the other day and was like, I was like, can I like, even on the nights that you're working, can I like just come bring you dinner or something? Can we like still hang out? He was like, you don't have to bring me anything. We can just go get dinner. And I was like, okay. I was like, still, it's fine. Regardless, it's fine. I just want to hang out. I just still want to see you. Anyway, it'll be good. Anyway, yeah, I'm very excited. So it's 8 days until the farewell stream. That'll be the last stream before I go on the trip. So that's next Friday. I have not planned a single thing for it, which makes me think I'm not going to really do anything special. Unless we end up getting to that next goal, then I'll have to plan something special, because it'll be a 12-hour stream. So then I'll feel like, okay, I actually have to do something. You know, I have to actually have a plan to make a stream last 12 hours. But should be good. Not a fan of flying, so that'll be terrible, but I keep on reminding myself that it's worth it. That it's, you know, I'll have to get on a plane for a long time, and then but it'll be good. The time when I'm finally there, it'll be a good thing. You can maybe invite some friends for a group game. Anything, honestly, that you enjoy will make us enjoy. That's very kind of you, Sluggy. Maybe. I feel like it's always very difficult to get people. When I ask people, I feel like it's I usually get no's for things. So I'm used to being a lone wolf here on my channel. I would just force myself to sleep. That is my plan. I don't think I'm going to go to sleep the night before, and I'm going to try to stay. I'm going to try when I'm like. So I've got. It's actually I have 3 flights. Eha, I'm not sure if you know this. I live in Alaska, so I have to go. I'm going like Alaska to, and I can't remember if it's Seattle or Portland. Then from there to Los Angeles, and then Los Angeles to Brisbane. So I've got a lot of flights, but my plan is to not go to sleep the night before, which I can do. I'm a night owl. Sleep as much as I can on the planes, but when I'm at airports, I'm gonna try to stay up so that I'm just gonna walk around. I'm gonna go see things. Try not to spend money at the airport, but I'm just gonna walk around and people watch and whatever, and then I'll be on my way. But yeah, I think my goal. Hopefully, I can sleep a lot on the trip, the flights, especially from LA to Brisbane. The last trip I took, which was like 14 years ago. That was the last time I was on a plane. I was able to sleep most of the trip, so I'm hoping I can do that again. One of those times, I was actually asleep before takeoff, and I woke up in the air, and that was honestly one of the best feelings, because the part that I hate so much is takeoff and landing. Absolutely. I mean, obviously any turbulence is like not fun, but the whole like hearing the plane speed up and like things are rumbling and I'm just like things are getting louder and I'm like, am I going to die? That is me. I am actually very excited. I'm going to be taking these with me. Definitely did not have anything noise canceling the last time I took a flight. I just had like iPod headphones, like not even AirPods, like old iPod headphones. So like I'm actually really hoping this kind of helps my like takeoff. So and landing and maybe even just like flight stuff. I really hope it kind of helps like dampen some of it, because I think like the less I hear of the plane, I think the better that'll be. Some people bring movies on phones or tablets to watch and fly. I take my Sudoku puzzles and proceed to pass out. That's actually excellent. I do plan on taking my Steam Deck. I will have a laptop because I need to do some work even on my trip. I'm bringing my iPad so I can draw and stuff. So like I'm gonna be teched out while I'm traveling. But still I'm just like, the takeoff and landing is gonna be terrible. I'm gonna bring gum so I can hopefully keep my ears from being too popped. Yeah, I'll need some distractions. Do I still have the do I still have this video on my I'm really... Hold on. Where's that video that I love of the lady on the plane? Surely I didn't delete it. If I search for... there is this one viral video that I love so much. Did I really delete it? I feel like I wouldn't have. I feel like I'm smarter than that. But I just can't find it. Hold on. I think you'll be fine. Just pray no crying babies on board next to you. So I think currently on one of my flights there's no one next to me. And that's the Los Angeles to Brisbane, which would be nice. It'd be very nice. I have people think I'm being ridiculous, but I on all of my flights I have purposefully gotten tickets, or like I've selected seats at the back of the plane because statistically when there's been a plane crash, most survivors are in the back of the plane. So I'm preparing myself. Like even if I were to get like if they were to offer me an upgrade, I really doubt I'd be selected. But if they were to offer me an upgrade, I would be like I'd be like, no, probably not. The chances of me surviving said, you know, the trip, then if I'm on the business class, it drops significantly. Maybe if I search for, there is this great video of the lady who's like, I'm so upset. Wait, no, that's not it. I know I've showed it here, but there's this great video. You know the lady who's like, she's on the plane and she's like, that expletive, that guy right there, he isn't real. And everyone is like, what is going on? And she is like freaking out. Oh, I got it. Hold on. Downloading it. One this time, not deleting this. There we go. So, okay, hold on. This is also, somebody took this scene, or not this scene, well, she is making a scene, but, took the clip of this lady who's like freaking out on the plane, and added Twin Peaks music to it. Twin Peaks, the show. Twin Peaks is a very weird show, but is also very dramatic. So it's a very dramatic show, but the theme song, or one of the main themes for Twin Peaks fits this so perfectly.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can find them or not. I'm not going to.
My favorite part of this clip, besides the fact that they added this music, is that when she points and she's like, that guy, and also like what's perfect is like it's like she is doing a scene, because she even like the way she like pauses after certain lines, it's like she's letting you sit with it. But when she points in the back and she's like, that expletive is not real, and you see like a bunch of people do look back as if they would see something, which is, I think, the funniest bit. Like, you like everyone, even the camera is like trying to find somebody that she's pointing to, but obviously they're not. Anyway, but we're gonna watch that again.
But I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can find and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
I just, you know, I love it. You truly are thinking ahead of your dark thoughts. I am. That I just love. She needs to chill. That poor other person. Well, the thing is, I don't even know what happened to that. Was she like taking Ambien and like drinking or something, or like, or was it just purely alcohol? I really don't know what was going on. She was experiencing something. This really looks like an amateur movie scene. It does. And again, that music, and the thing is, I like Twin Peaks. It actually kind of scared me though. Like there's the end of season 1 or 2. I have only seen it once. But there is some really weird, eerie stuff in it, and there is one scene in particular that like I don't know if I could watch again. Like it scared me. And it just is so like, it's so weird and unnerving, but the show in general is like very over dramatic, at times, but like it fits, like it's not melodramatic in a bad way. It's just kind of like, but like that music is so like, it fits anything that's like way over there. We're gonna watch it again just because I love this clip.
And there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother.
I love how she says that.
That mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
But again, I love the fact that someone was like, you know what this scene needs? Twin Peaks music. And it just works. It works perfectly. But, you know, that'll honestly, if something like that happens, that wouldn't be the worst. If I get to at least see, like, I don't want anything violent happening, but if I could get at least one person who's like just out of it, that'll be excellent. The one thing is, again, I will be in the back. Like, people are probably going to look at me if she points at me and be like, no, I'm real. I promise I'm real. I'm fully invested. Whatever happened to that lady? Plain lady. They did an interview with her. And by they, I mean some guy. What does she say? This article doesn't actually say, like, what did she see? What? Oh my gosh. Apparently she said, this is her explanation. This is her explanation. When it's very fun. Hold on. This is the sentence before this. In the months after the incident, she dispelled rumors that the episode was prompted by something supernatural or otherworldly. I never thought it was. I thought she was. I feel like she either was intoxicated or like mixed prescription or like medication and alcohol. But she said, I literally did not see anything. It was an expression of speech. What's the expression of speech? Right. Okay. I don't understand. That doesn't. I feel bad for her being filmed. That is one of those things that it's like this was in 2003, I think. 2 years later, I still remember her. She is a fixture in my head for memes. But you become a meme, and you know, I hope I don't become a meme ever. Are you not? I feel like it happens all the time. I feel like, is that really a rule? If it's not enforced, if so. But oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever heard of that. But I'm usually I'm a very like, when I'm out in public, I'm a very like keep to myself type of person. Like I don't really like talk to strangers. Typically I don't really, unless like if I am seated next to someone on a plane, I will say hello because I feel like that is the least I should do. Because I'm like, we are now sharing this adjacent space together. I should say hello. But I'm not like let me ask you about your life and all that stuff. So the planes I enter specify immediately that you are not allowed to take pics or film others with no consent. It's a breach of privacy. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. So yeah, I'm generally a keep to myself, kind of, you know. I try not to make a scene anywhere. I try not to like bring too much attention to myself when I'm out and about. I like to be sneaky. I'm more of a like I have these my like main shoes that I wear have like very little soles on them. And they make very little noise when I walk, and I love it. Like I feel like I can kind of slink around. And that's what I prefer. So I you know, when I'm in public, I tend to like to blend in, slink around, you know. I'm also very like, if I'm with a group of people, I feel like I am actually very curious. One thing I'm curious about when I'm over in Australia is I wonder how American I will be to them. I am sure there are some things that I do that I don't realize are very American, and they're going to be like, wow, that's very American. But I know Americans get a lot of rightfully justified a bad reputation for how they behave in public in you know, other countries and stuff. And I am curious how much of that will be surprising to them that I don't do. Because like I've heard that they say like Americans are very loud and seem to be unaware of their like how loud they're being and you know, whatever. I am not, but I am like not that way. I am like, when I'm with a group of people, I make sure like I'm very aware how loud we're being in public, and if we're disturbing anybody, if we're like standing somewhere, are we in the way? Like, you know, I'm always very like heightened awareness, I guess. Noisy shoes is a nightmare when you're trying to keep to yourself. Yeah, for sure. I definitely like, I don't like, any kind of shoe that's very like either squeaky or like makes like if it has like if the tread of it is very like bubbly or like, you know, has lots of little ridges or whatever, sometimes it can like make noises as it's like hitting the ground. But these have very like flat, mostly flat soles. They have some treads, but like the parts that are, most of it is even with itself. There's just like lines that are indented in. So like when I'm walking around, it's very like, it's very, I don't know, quiet. Prepare yourself for that. However, it'll be fun to learn the other culture and learn from, oh, for sure. That, I mean, definitely. And I'm very excited to like actually like see Australians in their natural habitat. And you know, all of that. I'm just very curious, like how they are going to interpret me, I guess. Because there's some like, to me, I would say, oh, it doesn't, like, I get along with them. Like, I feel like there's probably not much culturally that will be, like, that will stand out how, in the way we act. But there might be. Like, they're actually, you know, when I'm actually there, it might be more apparent of, like, you know, oh, just very American, or I don't know, or I'll be able to see the differences like more clearly or whatever. I already know there's some things that I do that are very different from them, but you know, you know, Australia has the whole tall poppies thing, and America is very not that, and so I'm surrounded by very American Americans. Fair. I could imagine. You'll just feel very out of your comfort zone and self-conscious, but people will understand. Hopefully. I'm kind of to be H. I feel like a lot of this is still going to feel like first impressions, you know? Like again, even though like, you know, again, YV and I talk every day. We have been in Discord calls playing games, just the two of us, and, you know, we have good conversations and deep conversations and stuff. And I've played games with Raph and whatever. Like, there's still a part of me that's like, I feel like I have to make a good first impression. Still, like, I think it'll be different when I'm there, because I think they're going to be like, oh, Jet's really short and is, you know, just this little guy and and really weird. And so I just have to, you know, I'm like, what do I do? What do I say to them? What do I wear when I meet them? How do I handle myself? What's going to be the first thing I say to them when I meet them? In reality, I know that when I first meet YV, I'll probably be crying. So that it's probably not going to matter what I say, really, because he's not going to hear it. He'll just hear blubbering. So, you know, what can you do? What can I do about that? There's nothing I can do about that. But listen, confidence is key, and also sunglasses. Sunglasses is a good idea. I actually, I was planning on buying sunglasses before my trip, but then, because I kind of wanted some aviators, but I really don't know if aviators would look good on me. So I asked YV if one of the first days I'm there, if we can go sunglass shopping, and then he can tell me if they look good on me or not. Look great. They're not supposed to, though. Like, according to the internet, they say that the internet says that aviators don't fit my face. So I I feel like I'll trust Wivey though. I think he would tell me. I think he would tell me if ignore them, but the thing is they could be right. So I don't know. I'll get glasses while I'm there. And actually, I might not need them, to be honest. I might not even need glasses. But has the internet ever been right? Probably at least a dozen times. At least. Aviators are always awesome. You never know. It might fit you well. Enjoy the cool glasses. It all depends there. I've already decided I'm gonna get my sunglasses there. And I might not need them. Again, these eyes, because again, for those who don't know, apparently, lighter color eyes are more sensitive to sunlight. My eyes, as you can see from this distance, almost just look black. They are so dark brown. I almost like don't say they're dark brown because they are just like endless voids of darkness is what my eyes look like. When I have taken a self-portrait, I usually have to, and if I want my eyes to look any, like they have any color in them, I have to get a light, like either like pinpointed at my eyes, or like there has to be a light really up close, because my eyes just they just look black. They just look such dark brown. The darkest of browns, doo-doo brown. So maybe I won't even need sunglasses. That's also a thing. That's what part of me is like, maybe I should just wait, because maybe I just don't spend money on sunglasses, because I'm not gonna need them when I come back to Alaska. I generally don't need sunglasses here, so I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. I'll get Wivey's opinion. Wivey is very fashion forward. He's very stylish. He always looks very cool. So I feel like he'd tell me. He'll be like, those do fit your face, or no, those don't. Try these. Try these Morpheus sunglasses. And I'd be like, dope. I wish, I don't think Morpheus sunglasses would look good on me though, also. Not that I want those sunglasses, but I think that'd be, I don't think I'd be able to sell them like Lawrence Fishburne did. Was that Lawrence Fishburne? That's what I'm thinking of, right? It's been a long time since I've seen The Matrix. Lawrence Fishburne. Yes, it was. Okay. It's been a long time. But what was I gonna say? Anyway, it should be fine. I still need to decide if I'm gonna get a neck pillow, or like a blow up one. I don't know if I get one. I don't know if I want one of the ones that are like filled with like beans or whatever. Woo, excuse me. Or like whatever it is, like the little like soft ones. I think I'd get an inflatable one maybe, just so I could pack it down. I've also been like, what do I wear on the plane? Like, I'm going to be I had a little sneeze. I like, what do I wear on the plane? Like, it needs to be comfortable, and then I'm gonna like, but I'm gonna basically be in those clothes for like a day, like a full day, I'm gonna be gross when I arrive. I'm gonna be nasty. So wear as many layers of clothes so you don't have to pack everything, but it really depends also the hotness. That's also true. I think I will definitely, I feel like every time I've been on a plane, I get cold. So I'm definitely bringing like a jacket with me. I have some compression socks that I've purchased. They'll also help me with some warmth if I'm cold on the plane. I feel like it's really hard to regulate my temperature on a plane. Every time I like it's always too cold or like I'm stuffy or whatever, but my destinations tend to be mega cold and my home here is warm, so I just put extra layers on, suffer a little, but then it gets easier along the trip. Yeah, that's true. It'll be the opposite for me, where I'm leaving a really cold place and then going to a very, very hot place. I'll still probably pack, like, I'll wear, like, warmer clothes on the plane, because again, I'll do that. But I'm like, depends what hours you're flying. Nighttime is cold. When I get to Australia, it's going to be early in the morning. So I will be my like LA to Brisbane flight is going to be like overnight. So we'll get cold on that. But yeah, I'm like, what do I wear? Needs to be comfy, but like, I don't want to be in pajamas while I'm on the plane. So, but I feel like I'm going to be like a gross, sweaty mess probably after all the flights and stuff. Having not taken a shower in like, a while. Are you stopping at any airports along the way? I am. I have actually. It's 3 flights. It's 3 flights. Which is a lot, but it's the only way. 3, yeah. It's Alaska to either Seattle or Portland, and then from there to LA, and then LA to Brisbane. So Alaska's just far. There's not too many direct flights to places, so. Yep. So it's a lot. It's a lot of going to airports and hanging around for a little bit and then going. Luckily, I think my longest layover is 3 or 4 hours or something. So, yeah, I live in Alaska, so cold. Yeah, so it's going to be colder here. What's funny is, like, and it's going to be, like, it's going to be the opposite. Very, very warm, very hot when I get to Australia. So, but I'm mostly packing warm weather clothes, and all of that, but I don't know. I try to be very conscious of how I smell. And so I feel like knowing that I'm going to be on a plane for a long time, I'm like, I'm going to be gross. I'm going to be, not bueno. Not bueno. If you're just bringing extra jackets or something, just tie them on your waist along the way. I'll have like a hoodie, I think, on me, but and I'm taking an extra I'll take an extra set of clothes in my carry-on. I'm checking a bag, but because I'm gonna be there for 3-ish weeks. But I'm going to keep a change of clothes in my carry-on just in case something happens to my luggage. I'll have at least some change of clothes, but you might not need as much clothes as you think if you're transitioning from cold to hot countries. Yeah, the thing is that so the first week that I'm there, my friend YV and I are taking a road trip. I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to have to wash my clothes in that. So I'm taking like basically enough that I can get through a week without needing to wash my clothes. But we'll see. The thing is I'm probably going to be sweating a lot. So I'm like, probably should bring some like extra stuff so I'm not like gross all the time. And so that way the Aussies aren't like, Jet's just gross. He's always sweating for some reason. I'd be like, I'm just not used to the weather here. Hand wash. Yeah, I see. I've heard some people do that. I've heard some people do that. I know. I did ask. I know YV has a washer and dryer, but they have mentioned like hanging up their clothes outside before. They're probably used to it living there. That's what they've said, actually. But I'm like, I almost don't believe it. I bet I will sweat more though than they do. Because I'm going to be like, for example, the high today in Brisbane is 81. I don't think this summer we hit 80 in Alaska. So, like, and like, I think last week they hit 90 at some point. Like, they're already in sweltering summer for me. That like it would be wild if we hit those temperatures here in Alaska. So, like, I'm sort of like I'm a dying. I'm gonna be a dying. It won't be 120 like I don't know. Like this isn't summer for them yet, but they're big sunglasses and a hat. You'll definitely need to survive. I already have a hat. I'm not usually a hat person, but I bought a hat because I have a very large head, so hats aren't really typically my thing. But I bought a cap. I have a cap. But again, sunglasses, I don't know. I might not need it. Might not need sunglasses. Again, I'll consider buying one when I'm there. I'll see what YV thinks. See what looks good with my face. And he better be honest. He better be honest with me. I don't want him to say, yeah, it looks good on you, and it doesn't look good on me. I'd be mad. Hand fan or something? That might be nice. One of those neck things. But, friends, we have to run ads, and then we're going to get into some Dinkum. We'll see how long we go for. I don't know. I don't know how long we play today. I know I started late. But, friends, but if you need a stand-up stretch, lounge, lurk, etc., now's the perfect time to go do so. Grab a snack, grab a drink, and we will be RB.
Take this pause to rejuvenate, stand, stretch, hydrate. We will be back in just a few